Let's talk to the man who recorded the #1 love-making song of the century, Mr. Lenny Williams.
All right, guys and dolls, I told you I was going to be talking to some legends, right? So I'm sitting, if you don't recognize his face, you'll recognize this. Oh. Okay, well, maybe you'll do it better than I would.
Hopefully tonight I will, yes. Yes.
Mr. Lenny Williams with the World of One Black Woman. How you feeling tonight?
I am feeling good, feeling awesome, yeah.
right.
Ready to go. I think it's my first show of the year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. It's great to be the first, right?
Yes, yeah, so we're going to have a good time, and a lot of my friends on the show tonight, so I'm excited about that, yeah.
So it's like a great big reunion for you guys.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I saw some of the guys from the Stylistics. Of course, Freddie Jackson's a good friend of mine, and I'm always eager to hear EJ sing from Enchantment. I always tell him I'm going to go to school tonight, get my free education. He's such a great singer.
Well, that's your reputation as well. I mean, having a voice, and being able to command the audience and the stage. You've been doing this for a long time, Mr. Williams.
Yeah, so I've been getting paid for it for about 53, 54 years, and then I was doing it before then, right, yes.
Yeah. Well, that's what's important, right?
What's that?
Getting paid for it.
Well, I guess so. When I first started off, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just thinking about, just making people feel good.
Yeah.
Well, if I started in church, you just want to see the folks waving their hand and saying amen, and then after that, singing for the girls in the junior high school, and want them to call you or something like that on the phone or whatever, wink, bat their eyes or whatever, and
like this?
And then it's like that, and then eventually, somebody offered me some money. I said, oh, you get paid for it too, right?
Yes. When you're doing what you love and you get paid for it, it's not work.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I've heard that said many a times, and I can attest to it that it's very, very true. Yeah, I enjoy what I do.
So take me back. I want to know, for you personally, in your heart, what moment was your most, I guess, memorable? At what point were you just like, yes?
Let's see. Probably in 1973 when I had a #1 hit record, and just thinking that I had been trying to do that since, I think I made my first record in 1966, and to finally get a record that had some recognition and some sales, and and just kind of like validated my quest in a way. It's like, well, why is this boy out there singing? He doesn't have no record sales, ain't nobody going to see him and nothing like that. And then finally you get a record that people are buying and people are calling for you to do shows. And so I think that was my first big moment of explosion of stars going off and things like that.
So you had done albums before, 'Cause I Love You. And,
yes.
And I mean, you did that music, but when 'Cause I Love You hit, and it was like the official baby-making song of all time, how did that make you feel?
Well, I had done a lot of records before that. I'd done my own records. I'd done records with the group Tower Power that I was in. I'd written for people like Jose Feliciano, different people like that. Written with Larry Graham, and so then to have a record like that, because I did an album, and then everybody. That song is like 7.5 minutes long, so it wasn't a single, but everybody was buying the album because they wanted, that's the only way they could get that song. It was pre the internet, so you didn't just pick something off, right?
You couldn't steal it.
Yeah, right. And so everybody was buying the album because they wanted that song, and that song has been, tremendous in my life. It's one of the reasons that I'm here with you right now. Yes, right. Yeah, everybody want to hear that. They don't hear nothing else. Well, they'll tolerate everything else.
Yes, until you get to that part.
Yeah, come on, get to 'Cause I Love You.
Come on, y'all. Girl, you know I love you.
I have to admit, so you all know that I worked for WCIN in Cincinnati a gajillion years ago, and that song was like in my rotation every night. I did a show called The Love Tub, right?
The Love Tub.
The Love Tub. Keep it wet with karma.
Yes.
But we're not talking about that right now.
Well, we can. Yes,
We can.
Yes.
But yeah, that song was in strong rotation. So you are, I mean, people are identified like actors, identified by particular roles and
Right.
things like that, no matter how many films they do.
Right.
But you are known as Mr. 'Cause I Love You.
Mr. 'Cause I Love You, Mr. O.
Yes.
And a lot of times, like you say, actors they get typecast. You like say like Jaleel White. When you see him, you think of Urkel. No matter what role he's playing. And so I've had songs that were bigger hits than 'Cause I Love You on the charts. But that song has just distinguished itself, and I'm just blessed to be able to have sung it, to have been one of the co-writers with my friend Michael Bennett, and been the publisher of that song. And so, so it's just been a real blessing for me.
Yes. Now, I ain't trying to get into your personal business, so if I am, be like, Chris, you all in my business, right? Okay, so what I learned recently, and I did not, I thought that when there were royalties and things like that, that most of that money went to the artist, but it actually goes to like the writer and the producer and someone like that. So the fact that you wrote and produced that song, congratulations on your continued royalties, because that song will always be in rotation.
Yeah, that's that's why I was speaking about it. It's called the music business, and so many people get so enthralled about the music that they forget about the business, and sometimes the business can be equally or even more important than the music. Yeah. So, as a matter of fact, I was just at home. Not at home. My wife gets mad when I call hotels my home. But I was just at the hotel, and I was listening an advertisement on, and it was by a friend of mine, his music that he wrote, and it's the only song that he wrote a lot of songs, but it's the only song that he wrote, and it wasn't like a real big hit, but they're playing it in advertisements and commercials and things like that, and I was thinking, wow, Durando's gone, but the music is still here, and his son and his grandkids are probably reaping the benefits of it. Yeah.
That's good. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna ask, because I really want you to. Can you oh for me?
Oh, 'cause I love you. Yeah, 'cause I love you. Yeah.
Yes, that's all mine. That was for me. That's all mine. I'm gonna rotate that. I'm gonna put that in my rotation over and over and over again, because the Lenny Williams, just for me.
Yes. Give it to me, baby.
Give it to me. All right. So it's your favorite girl, Chris Styles. I am OWT. I love you, and keep on checking back.
Hey, if you love old school, that's not it. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share for more.